Welcome to another episode on our channel. I'm going to do something a little different today. I know I started a standless stand series. I don't know if this is going to fall into that playlist or not. Haven't made up my mind yet. But it is related to stands. So here's the scenario. You're making your own stand. You have a piece of wood that you got from probably the big box store. You check it out. Before you purchase it, you don't get construction grade. You get what big box stores tend to label as paint grade or stain grade. It's usually in a different section than the two by fours and construction plywood. That area of Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards. You get the board. It's not bowed, it's not twisted, and it's not cupped. And so you cut it or have them cut it to size, and you end up with a piece probably smaller than this. I'm just using this for illustration purposes. You go, cool. I'll tackle this task tomorrow. Well, tomorrow comes, and that once very straight, unbowed, uncupped, untwisted piece of wood all of a sudden looks like this. Now, I had my combination square out to show you just how badly this thing is cupped. But as I'm setting it for the shot, I discovered you can see it if I just do this. You can see the cup, and it's at least as bad on the, maybe not quite subjectively, not quite as bad on that end. So let's go with this end. How did this piece of wood get cupped? Um, it was not this way when I started planning for this particular episode. I deliberately cupped this board. And how did I do it? I did it using this. You can't tell, but it's a soaking wet rag. And I just put the rag on top of the board here, which was flat. I think it took the better part of 30, 35, 40 minutes, and I made the cup. So that's what happens when a board gets wet. If a board is cupped, the reason it happened was that the convex side of the now cupped board had more moisture on it than the concave side of the piece of wood in question. What happens is it soaks, the water soaks into the grain, into the pores. They expand, and the expansion is what causes it's got to give, and so it chooses to give in the path of least resistance, which is side to side, not end to end, because the grain runs this way. It chooses to give the path of least resistance. Sorry, this way. So that nice piece of board is now ruined, except it's not. If I can cup this board, which I did earlier today, I should be able to uncup it the same way. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to flip this bad boy over. I'm going to put it like that. You can see it's got a nice little rocking chair motion going on here. But, yeah, I'm just trying to see the best way to demonstrate this. Let's see what my combination square. Yeah, you can see the daylight underneath here. Should be able to anyway. Lots of daylight. So let's do it. The rag is fairly wet, and it's not quite folded to size. Sorry, so let me fold this bad boy to size. Maybe if I fold it like that, it'll work better. Or not. I actually used a different rag. That works pretty good. Just want to make sure that plan B, or plan A rather. Yeah, that works better. Just want to make sure, yeah, that works, that the entirety of the now concave side is covered with moisture. Now, I don't have a time lapse function on my camcorder. least I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I don't. So how am I not faking this? I grabbed this really old iPhone and I hope the battery is good enough. So what I'm going to do, I just started the start. There we go. I'm going to check in on this board about every 15 minutes or so. See what the progress is like. Let me see if I can pull this back just a little bit. So I want as much of this board as covered as possible, but I also want you to be able to see the progression. If I'm able to do in post some clips, kind of my own time lapse type of thing. I don't know if I can do that or not, but regardless. So I'm going to let the camcorder run, and hopefully this thing's really old. Hopefully the battery lasts for a while. And I'm going to step aside and I'm going to come back and check on it every 15 minutes, which is about 14 minutes from now. So if it's 15 minutes, if this thing is straight, you'll know it and I'll know it. So I'll be right back, or maybe back in an hour. I don't know. We'll find out though. Oh, shoot. That's terrible timing. 15 minutes. We're back. I'm back. Um, it's working. Got a little bit of wobble right here. I did bump it a little bit. We got a little bit of dribble going on, so that rag was not uniformly wet. It's kind of leaking over here. This is really hard wood, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. But we still have just a little bit of wobble, and it's not bench induced. So it is. We're coming up on 15, coming up on 16 minutes. If I can get the darn thing to stop doing that. I actually knocked it over earlier, so it may not be in exactly the same spot. So coming up on 16 minutes, I'm going to check back. It made that kind of progress in 10. So I don't know if the last little bit's going to take longer, or if it's going to, uncup itself at the same rate. So I'm going to come back in about about 4 minutes or so. And then every 5 minutes, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be back in about 4 minutes. Okay, I'm back. We've been at this for 20 minutes, and it is still, I'm just trying to make sure it's not wobbling due to an imperfection in the board, which I'm sure there's not, but just be on the safe side. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check back in yet another 5 minutes. So we will be right back. Okay, we're back. 25 minutes. What I've been doing the last 5 minutes is sitting here with my forearms resting on the very edges of the board. I'm a little impatient, trying to help Mother Nature along just a little bit. So, here's my wet forearms. And I think we have ourselves, get the water off this thing, a mostly not cupped board. Remember, this was the side that was concave. It's still just a little bit off. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. More so at this end than at this. Oh, yeah. There's almost nothing there, but at this end is something. So, actually, it's not as much as I thought it was. It is slightly off on this end, and on the end towards me, and it is completely square and flush over here on the end towards you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this done. Where are we at here? So we were at 25 minutes, last 5 minutes of which was me pushing down admittedly, probably not evenly on this piece of board to make it not cup anymore, not make it concave. What I need to do right now is take this in. It's not hot enough out by a long shot. Dry this off quickly. I'm gonna hit this with a hair dryer because this is still wet, which means it's still likely expanding. So it means if I don't axe in, this is going to be the cup side and this will be the concave side. So, or excuse me, convex side. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I dried. Yeah, this side. There you go. It's like that. This was the concave side, which was the wet side. I'm going to flip that over. This used to be the convex side. I'll put this down, and you can see there's just a tiny little bit still. I pulled the wet rag off, maybe just a little bit too soon. This is not an exact science. You're probably going to have to experiment, on whatever board that you have that has gone bad. Again, this is white pine. White pine is actually pretty good for a stand. It's soft, but it's not too soft like Douglas fir, where you can see your fingernail marks on it if you just barely touch it. I don't care for it when it's stained, but it paints up rather nicely. The grain is fairly tight for a softwood, so you're not going to get a whole lot of the grain won't be all that noticeable. Give it a good sanding with fine sandpaper to kind of close up those grains to make it even a bit more smoother when you do paint it. But overall, I'm going to declare my little experiment a success. I figured if I could cup a board, I knew how to board, the reasons why a board would cup. And I figured, well, let me cup a board and then I should be able to uncup the doggone thing. It's not like it's permanent or, well, it's never exactly the same as it was before. It's kind of like taking an aluminum can, squishing it, and although maybe that's a bad analogy because that thing is definitely never going to be back the way it was. Regardless, I'm being a little circumstantial here. I hope you've liked what you've seen, whether you're a woodworker with no interest in 1/6 scale action figures or any kind of action figures. Maybe you're just making a stand for, I don't know, clay sculpture that you made. Regardless, I hope you've liked what you've seen. I hope you've learned something. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, have a good day.